Hey guys, it's Rachel, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you a little bit about what I eat during quarantine, so enjoy this little slice of my life. And also, to preface this video, it's not really a what I eat in a day video because what I eat always varies. I figured I would break this down into 2 days, so we're going to start with day number 1. So I just woke up this morning. It's feeling a little early for me. I'm a little crusty. I apologize in advance. But regardless, the first thing I do when I wake up is that I try and drink a glass of water. As you can tell, my voice is getting, so I need that water. So now that we're done with the water, I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup and then maybe check some emails, and then we'll get breakfast. So for breakfast, we are eating some custard buns. These are pretty typical in like Chinese restaurants or Chinese dim sum. And we buy this at a bakery, so they make it fresh there, and then you just have to steam them in the morning and then eat them. And they're really good. They're like these fluffy buns, and they're filled with like this nice custard filling. It's almost more like a dessert than it is breakfast. Here the little bun is. And just a reminder to peel the paper on the back, because sometimes I forget to do that. You do not want to eat this paper, guys. It's like parchment paper. It's not a vibe. It's not great. Smells good. All right, I'm gonna rip this bad boy open and we are gonna see what is inside. Ooh, would you guys look at that? Ooh. Let's go ahead and bite into this. It does feel more like a dessert, but I'm not complaining. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. So because I had breakfast today, I am not feeling that hungry for lunch right now. So I've opted instead of lunch to just have some snacks to tide me over. I went to Trader Joe's this weekend and I got some really bomb snacks. Here, I'll show you guys. First off, I got these Spud Crunchies, and they have a seasonal flavor, which is the ketchup flavored kind. Spud Crunchies are super delicious. They taste like baked fries, so good, and they have a ketchup flavored one, so I feel like that's just gonna get even better and more flavorful. The next item I have, I heard these are good too, but they're new, and they're the olive and herbs mixed nuts from Trader Joe's as well. And for those of you guys who don't know, I love Trader Joe's so much. I have all of their snacks, like I know them like the back of my hand. And so these are some new ones and I'm very excited to try them out. I've also got a container full of mangoes because why not? Mangoes are the best fruit, don't at me. I'm very excited for these. Ooh. So this is what one of the Spud Crunchies look like. Kind of like a fry, but crispier and crunchier. It's actually pretty good. It's like a tangier, sweeter flavor with the ketchup. Would I say I prefer these to the regular ones? I don't know, I think I like the regular ones better. But these are pretty good too. Cleanse the palate with some water. All right, palate is cleansed. Let's go in for the olive and herbs mixed nuts. Ooh, these almost smell like a focaccia, but in nut format. Let's see. They're pretty solid. So there's pieces of these really dark pieces, like this guy. These are actual dried olives, which I've never had in a nut mix before. That's really cool. Good job, Trader Joe's. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these snacks as I watch some videos and chill for my lunch. So it is dinner time, and for dinner tonight I am making Soondubu. I'm gonna make a huge pot so my entire family can eat it, but I've got some of the ingredients laid out over here, so without further ado, we're just gonna get started. I've made this once before. I'm like not an expert and I'm not Korean, but this is my attempt at tofu soup. Gonna start by cutting up the mushrooms. We have a plate full of enoki that's already been washed. And I'm gonna go ahead and just add in these oyster mushrooms that I just chopped up into the legendary pie tin. I'm gonna be using a pretty large clay pot, and this will make it easier to make the Soondubu. I don't have one of those like Korean pots for Soondubu. This is as close as I'm gonna get, so that's what I'm using for today. All right, so in the pot, we're gonna go ahead and add about like a tablespoon of sesame oil. And the next sort of key ingredient that you'll need is this, which is like a spicy tuna paste that you can actually buy at your local Korean market. I don't really know what it's called. It's kind of like a spicy tuna anchovy paste, but this is gonna add a lot of flavor to your Soondubu. And this is a trick that I actually learned from Jen Im, so bless her soul. I'm gonna pop this in. Add some of that minced garlic, cook it down, stir it up. We're also gonna add about a tablespoon of this red pepper chili flake thing. I don't really know what it's called, it's just called red pepper here, but we'll add about a tablespoon to just make it a little bit spicier, kick up the chili flavor. So this is about as much as I'm adding. If you want it spicier, feel free to go for more. Now we're gonna add some kimchi to this, and we're gonna get some kimchi juice. We want a little bit of that juice too. So I'm gonna add something that's a little bit less traditional, but I have some pork and chive dumplings here. So I'm just gonna throw them in because why not? They're frozen, but hopefully they'll cook well. And it's stuck. Good job. It's getting a little dark, so we're gonna flip on the lights. Bam. The very last addition that we can't forget is the tofu, most important thing. I don't know why, but I feel like Michelle Choi right now. I got a little ambitious with my Soondubu. It's kind of overflowing, but it could be worse, so, you know, it's okay. And the last step is to hit it with some more green onions. Woo. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but make sure you cook some rice too, because that is muy importante. Rice. So the Soondubu is done. It looks great, it's glorious. It kind of overflowed a little bit, but it's fine. I got my bowl of rice here, just some white rice mixed with a little bit of brown, but mostly white rice. And I'm gonna go ahead and dig in and let you guys know how it tastes. Gotta get some rice, gotta get some kimchi, gotta get it all. Pretty good. I think I could have kicked it up a notch with the spice actually, as I choke on some chili peppers. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this bowl for dinner, and then, yeah. Alrighty, now moving on to day 2. To start off the day, I forgot to eat breakfast, but it's about like 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna call this brunch or an early lunch. And I am making a very cliche meal, but it's avocado toast. We're gonna toast this guy up. Look how beautiful she is. And the key to success for avocado toast is everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. Literally the best thing in the world. You can put this on anything. I put it on vegetables, I put it on cream cheese. This is a real game changer. I've got a bowl of fruit to go with my avocado toast, and this is just strawberries and some Asian pears. And these are like the really crunchy Korean Asian pears that are super juicy and flavorful. Here's my avocado toast. Really simple, really easy, nothing super exciting. Yep, this hits the spot every single time. It's mid-afternoon right now and I'm getting a little bit hungry, and I actually just made a plate full of snickerdoodles for an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. So I thought for a good midday snack, have some snickerdoodles. And this recipe is by Food Network. I'll link it down in the description box below. These are a little bit too light and cakey. I like cookies that are a little bit denser, but not bad. Hey guys, it is 90 degrees outside right now, but I'm going to make dinner. And tonight's dinner menu includes burgers with some grilled mushrooms, some grilled onions, and avocado. We got some vegan cheese, maybe some tomatoes, other things, whatever toppings I can come up with. And then we're also doing a grilled zucchini stir fry. And actually, I am not eating beef right now, so I have some Beyond Burger patties for myself. And then for my family, we've got regular grass-fed patties that are defrosting at the moment. Okay, so we're gonna start by cutting all my veggies. I'm gonna do the zucchini, slice that up. We've got some onion, I'm gonna slice that up. And then I got a whole basket of mushrooms too. Okay, so now that I've sliced all the zucchini, I'm going to move them into a pan so I have more space on my cutting board. I don't know if you guys do this in your families too, but my family always uses pie tins to like put vegetables on, like right before you're ready to stir fry them or put them on the stove. So you just load it up onto the pie plate before you actually cook them. I don't know, maybe it's just a my family thing. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the onion. And I'm really bad at cutting onions, guys. I'm just gonna put that out there, so don't judge me. We got the onions, oh my. And I dropped the onions. So we are going to move the onions to yet another pie tin because my family saves all the pie tins that we ever encounter. So now we have a whole basket of mushrooms that we are going to slice and grill up for our burgers. Gonna hit it with some oil first, and turning on the stove would be helpful too. All right, we're gonna add the onions. They are. Ooh, I done messed up here. So I'm gonna just let this cook down until it becomes more translucent and softer. So I'm gonna put a lid on it for now. Whoop. We've got our onions on the stove, and in the meantime, we are going to go ahead and season our patties. We're gonna just hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper, nothing too exciting. It still blows my mind like just how realistic the Beyond patty is. Although if I did have a choice between the Beyond and Impossible patty, I will say that I think the Impossible does a better job. But they had this deal at Costco where you could buy like a whole bunch of Beyond patties and it was a really good price, so that is what I have today. And one thing I also really recommend is using a peppercorn grinder for getting fresh cracked black pepper. It really makes a difference once you grind it fresh. I do not know why, but it just tastes a lot spicier and has a fresher flavor. All right, so I browned the crap out of these red onions and I think they're gonna be good to go. I have a tendency to overcook things, but I wanted them to be like In-N-Out brown, you know? You know those onions at In-N-Out? You know what I'm talking about. So now we're gonna start in on the mushrooms, so add a little bit more oil. I'm just gonna go ahead and add all my mushrooms in. The mushrooms are looking nice and soft. I think they're pretty much done. We're gonna have this as a nice topping for our burgers. So now we're gonna make our grilled zucchini, and this is gonna be just kind of like a vegetable to go on the side to enjoy with the burgers. And my secret ingredient for making these grilled zucchinis taste 10 times better is this guy right here. So this is some leftover bacon grease. Never throw away bacon grease from any time you make bacon. This stuff is valuable and it makes everything taste like crack. It's so good. Here is the glorious bacon grease and we're gonna just pour that in. Ooh, good stuff. Now we're just gonna add our zucchini. Pretty simple. Ooh, there they go. So I like my zucchini very roasted, nice and grilled and charred. If you guys don't like it this burnt, yeah, feel free to take it out earlier, but I like my char, so we are gonna just take this off of the stove now. And now we have some glorious grilled zucchini. Now we are going to toast our brioche buns from Trader Joe's. I know some people like add butter to it and like put it on the pan and stuff like that. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna go for more of a simple type of thing today, and I'm just gonna put them in the toaster oven. All right, I'll load these bad boys up. Okay, so we got a fresh pan here, and now we're going to finally cook the patties. And we're gonna do the same thing, hit it with some oil. Hear that ASMR? All right, our cheeseburger is looking pretty fine. So I'm gonna go in with some toppings. First, we're gonna do a sauce. I am currently obsessed with this Trader Joe's tomato black truffle ketchup. You might think it's a weird combo, but it actually tastes so good. So I didn't slice any tomatoes because I was like, I want this to shine through. So we're gonna start with that. I wish you guys could smell it. This truffle is just so dang good. Okay, so now comes the scary part where I sandwich them together, which is probably not the best thing I've ever come up with, but you know, whatever. Bam! Oh, this is the top. Wait, this is the top? Did I get two bottoms? Damn. I may have done that. So, oops, I did two bottoms and I am not gonna talk about that, but we're just gonna redo this with a proper top. Now it's time for the proper sandwich. All right guys, the dinner is ready. I've got my glorious cheeseburger right here, as well as some grilled zucchini, which it's good. Honestly, if you add bacon grease to anything, I don't think you can go wrong. All right, now it is time for me to eat my glorious creation. Can you guys see my sweat? Yeah. To be fair, it is 90 degrees right now, so it is dang hot. So I'm gonna finish this up for dinner, and that wraps up dinner for tonight. So that is it for this week's episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of what I eat during the quarantine, and hopefully you got some inspiration for recipes as well. I'll see you guys next week.